Let's get some tunes. Okay. Morning, Kelsey. Just wait for a few people to join over here. You know the drill, you know the drill. Morning, Raul. Yes, I know. I've seen the push. I woke up and I was like, okay, GJ's come up over here. So yeah, like I was saying, if you guys watched the market open live stream last night, you'll see, you know, this was the point at which price started to close above this area, and then as I thought that it would do some retracement, did a retracement. And then it looks like it's formed that support and then continued up to both of our target areas over here. But we still do have this next buying target that we're going to try and reach. But we're going to do some fresh analysis here anyway. So I'm not worried for the minute. It's not really doing much. So again, we'll give it a couple minutes, let a few people join. And then we are going to make a start. Check out gold. Let's check out gold. Okay, so gold went to our target area as well. So that gold ranged pretty hard during the Asian session. Euro JPY. Yeah, let's do some fresh analysis on our charts over here in a minute. In a minute. Morning, everybody. Right, I don't know what the hell this is. And they need some better tunes on here. Vikings. Okay, let's go with that. Okay. I'm gonna give it one more minute. Okay, welcome everybody to the live London session pre-New York overlap stream with me, HFX. It is the 19th of October, Monday the 19th of October 2020. So it's the start of the week, it's a new week, first session of the week, so let's be patient, let's start the week off good, let's start the week off how we mean and we mean to go on. So let's start over here with the daily time frame on GDP JPY. So we can see that it does look like currently that the that GJ is respecting this area as a strong support. It actually has broken the high of the previous daily candle from before the weekend, and right now it's come up to this daily resistance. Okay, so it's come up to this minor daily resistance area within this whole consolidation area. Okay, so right now it's tapped up into this area. So let's look at the smaller time frame. Let's look at the 4 hour first. So looking at the 4 hour, this was the resistance from the Asian session from before the weekend. 4 hour candle came up, closed above in the Asian session. Then, you know, the previous 4 hour to the current one, you know, did like a retracement, but it closed above this area, and then the next 4 hour candle came up and it broke the high of the previous 4 hour candle, and it filled this range over here, and it's tapped into a previous support. Okay, so it's tapped into a previous support. So I think if we're going to want to see some, you know, some further buys, we would need to see some form of support forming above this area on the smaller time frames. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame here on GJ. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, we can see that price has reached a previous support. So this is going to be somewhat of an area where we need to, you know, start closing back above. At the same time, this was the resistance that we looked at as a target, and it does look like maybe it could do a retracement to this area, but at the same time possibly not. Now looking on the 30-minute time frame, so on the 30-minute time frame we can see we're in this range over here. So the range is around 20 pips, and then into the next range is around 30 pips, but we're going to neaten this up over here. So this is our next target over here for GDP JPY. Yeah, so I think at this point we're just going to need to wait for a candle to close back above, you know, 136.800. So that's what we're kind of waiting for. Or for sells, I'd want to see like a close back below this area here, 136.580, and then I think we're gonna get a rejection. Sorry, a correction. Sorry, back down to this support. So if we measure this range over here, it's not going to be a huge range. It's like, okay, so it's like 20 pips, which is still pretty good. So we can certainly look at that for sells. So yeah, so now it's just a little bit more waiting involved. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame. So 15-minute candles, you know, trying to create that support to maybe continue pushing higher. I'd want to see something above 136.800 anyway, for price to continue moving bullish. So yeah, a little bit of waiting involved over here now. Missed this push up from the London Open, and then now it's just a little bit of waiting involved. Gajam Rex, if you want to send a chart, and then yeah, of course we can take a look. So yeah, so this is a good range over here if price can continue moving up. I think, you know, an impulse entry once it breaks the high over here would be too risky. Not necessarily too risky, but just the stop's going to be too big. Otherwise, if this, you know, if this candle wasn't so big, I'd be more inclined to take it. But you know, stop's going to be 20 pips. It's a Monday, so I'm just going to wait for this close above this area to take a buy. Right, let's move on here to gold. Let's start off here with gold. So looking on the daily time frame on gold, we can see that the current daily candle is starting to come up. I think if it can break the high of the previous daily candle, it may come up to retest this resistance area up over here at 1930. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, it's approaching a resistance area. It's approaching a resistance, so it would need to, you know, break above to continue moving up. We do have this bullish market structure on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we're in this bullish uptrend right now. Let's look at the 1-hour time frame. So looking on the 1-hour time frame, meeting this up over here, we have a resistance up over here. This is from the Asian session and from before the weekend. So right now we're at a strong resistance level, so it gets pretty hard to take a trade. Now let's look at the 30-minute. Yeah, so looking at the 30-minute time frame, we have a resistance formed up over here. And at the same time, you know, we have a minor support forming in this area right now. So let's just make this a bit more neat. Okay, so we can see, you know, gold is just consolidating right now. So I think if, you know, gold can successfully break below this minor support, then we could see somewhat of a correction of this move, maybe coming back down to this area here to the left hand side. So let's go ahead and mark that out. And then, you know, if we can break above this minor resistance, we do have clean traffic to this area here. But, you know, at the same time, this is an area where price faked out. So I'll be very wary. Ooh. I'll be a bit wary right now for buys, but I think gold sells is going to be much better. Let's look at GJ. Okay, so GJ is starting to break up. I still think, let's look at the 15-minute. Okay, so the 15-minute candle has closed above. I think if we see a support formed on the 15-minute, that's going to be a good idea maybe to take a buy. But right now, if it just pushes, yeah, it's just not a lot I can do about it. Stop was going to be way too big, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. If we miss it, we miss it. We do have this next area, but I mean, it may be a day where we miss the move, right? So let's measure this range. So if we can break above this range, we have, yeah, around 20 pips again. Morning, Ash. Okay, let's just turn the music off. Too many people say it's too loud. Too many people say it's not loud. So let's just screw the music off. I want you lot to be able to obviously understand what I'm saying. So, okay, I'll put the music on when I'm not talking, and then when I'm talking, I'll have it off. I think it's the best thing to go with. Let's go with that. Yeah. It's just gonna annoy me if the music is too loud for people. I still think people may need to just turn the volume down or what, but yeah, it is what it is. Morning, Scott. Love your work and enjoying the stream. Understand you can't turn the music down anymore. Wondering if you can turn your mic volume up so I can overall turn the. Okay, yeah, that's an idea. But it set my volume on the thing says it's on max. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, no idea. It says it's on full volume. Okay. Okay, we'll just have no music until I'm not talking. Morning, Nana. Yeah, I'll just, like I said, I'll put music on, you know, when there's just maybe times of I've got to do something, or yeah, we'll go with that. So looking on the 15-minute time frame, right now, I'd want to see a support formed over here for price to continue moving up. I think that's going to be a good idea, but otherwise, it's going to be way too hard to take a trade. You know, we want to maybe even wait for the 30-minute candle to make sure it closes above this area. So there's a couple things here, but we're just waiting over here right now. We got less people in here today. I know it's going to take a while for people to want to join and things like that, but we got less of a turnout so far this morning. I think there's a lot more people trying to stream London now. But it is what it is. I'll still take and do what I got to do. So I don't know if you can hear me, Kelsey, but morning. I know he said his mic is probably not working. Yes, we're just waiting on GJ over here. Yeah, this candle is just a really big candle. We would definitely need to wait for some form of 15-minute support to form, because right now it's just way too hard to take a buy. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it seems to only be people turn up when they maybe see that I'm in a trade, and then they're like, oh, damn, I missed it. Yeah, I know a lot of people here to copy, but I'm not doing it for them. I'm not doing it for the people here to copy, right? I just want to make that clear. I'm doing this for the people that want to learn. People want to, you know, make their lives better. And that's what I'm here to do. Here to help you do that. That's what I care about. What if you reduce your lot size and got into a buy? It is possible to do so, but I mean, at the same time, I just think, you know, we can still wait for something where I can get a much better, my normal, you know, there's times where I can do that, but I think right now is not the time, because, you know, the 30-minute candle still hasn't closed above. We don't know what's going to happen. We still got 9 minutes. It could just run without us. And I think at this point, the entry is too late anyway. So if I was going to take the trade, it would have been the break of the high of the previous bearish candle with momentum. But yeah, that would have been... So that trade would have been a 20 pip stop. So yeah, I suppose at that perspective, it could have reduced the risk. But at the same time, it's a Monday, and I'm just like, it's probably best just to wait for some form of confirmation. And then, you know, we can take a much more confident trade to start the week. You know, I don't want to start the week off in bad stead. So try now, Kelsey. I'm not sure. Yeah, try now, mate. Just send it in the chat if it's still not working. Does that sound funny on YouTube? I've just changed the setting. We could have gone with an impulsive entry once it broke the high of the 30-minute bearish candle. Yeah, I mean, I see this happen a lot. You know, you get this big push of bullish momentum, and then what seems to happen is, you know, we get this like pullback. Yep, still funny. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can. I don't know, Kelsey. You'll have to see if you can. Is it working? Did you say anything, or? Oh, there's an echo. Okay, yeah, let me turn that off. Yeah, I don't want that. I think that's the wrong one. See, it should. strange. Yeah, cool. Right, we've got rid of that right now. I'm not sure why it's not working. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I've seen this happen a lot. You know, once it breaks the high, it can push up. But like right now, I think it's probably just going to be best to wait for this 30-minute candle to close. Because, okay, let's say you did take an impulse entry. Like right now, you should be into profits. And right now, you know, there was the chance you could have secured. But at the same time, even if let's say this candle doesn't push the full move and it still closes above, you still got your entry right up over here. So this is a good spot. And then at that point, because the candle's still closing your direction, you just manage the trade from there. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for this 30-minute candle to close, and then we'll assess the situation. Let's look at gold. Okay, so gold's trying to break up over here. Look at the 15-minute. Yeah, I'm not sure. Man, that's gonna irritate me if I don't work out why that's not working. I don't trade like that, but I'm trying to see how I could have taken that move. Yeah, I think this is a good example of an impulse entry. Whether it works or not, like a lot of the time, this sort of structure is the impulsive move, because when we have volume and when we have momentum, you know, we see this big bullish push. Look at the size of these candles, these big bullish candles. We have just one bearish candle. It's almost just like that retracement. And then, you know, if it can break the high, you're expecting price to continue moving in that given direction. So there is times that it works. There's times that it doesn't work. And you just got to have that bit of experience to decipher. But this 30-minute candle is coming up to close above this area. Let's look at the 15-minute. Okay, so 15 minutes doing some form of retracement. I still think it's going to be a good idea to maybe wait for a 15-minute candle to close bullish, something along those lines. So a little bit more waiting involved over here. Yeah, sorry, Kels. I'm gonna have to try. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Yeah, okay. So we've got like 3 minutes left for this candle to close here on GJ. Let's wait for that. While we wait, looking at gold. Gold's starting to break up. Let's check out. So okay, so here's a good example of an impulse entry on GCAD as well. Weak bearish close, and then a continuation push. Let's look at Euro JPY. Let's start from the daily time frame over here. So it looks like the daily candle's coming up. Maybe if it can break the high of the previous daily candle, we're going to see maybe some retracement. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, it is approaching a resistance right now. So it gets pretty difficult for any buys. And at the same time, it's creating this support. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, makes sense. We've got support over here. We had a resistance. We're approaching a next resistance area. Okay, so this is somewhat of a strong level. So we need to see like a close above this area, and then we have clean traffic to fill this range. Let's look at the 30-minute finally. Yeah, so looking on the 30-minute time frame, exactly that. We need some form of break above this area for Euro JPY to continue moving up. So we've got 3 minutes here on Euro JPY as well. So I think that's going to be a good idea for a target. We have clean candles to the left-hand side. We have a wick to fill over here. So we need to see a break above this area. Anyway, let's neaten this zone up a bit. Yep, something like that. Back to GJ. Okay, so nice. GJ's doing like a retracement, which is good for us. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I'm gonna want to see a 15-minute support, or okay, so an impulse entry is gonna give us 17 pips to the upside. Stops possibly gonna be, yeah, if we can get something around 10, 11, 12 pips, I think that's gonna be a good idea. Okay, 1 minute left over here. Just waiting for this 30-minute candle to close. What about that? No. I'm so confused why the Zoom isn't working. It must be your... Yeah, I'm not sure why either. I haven't changed any of the settings. This is the thing, so... Maybe it is your mic. I think it is. I think it must be your mic. I'm convinced. Yeah, if we had anyone else from the group join, I'd be able to tell. Okay, so GDP-JPY 30-minute candle has closed above this resistance. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame over here. So 15-minute candle closed bearish. It closed with hardly a wick to the bottom. Also had no wick to the upside. So, I mean, you know, there's a chance that we could take an impulsive entry. But ideally, I want to wait for a support. But at the same time, if it does come up and break the high, we could anticipate a push up, keeping the stop below, you know, the current 15-minute candle, which is going to be around 7-8 pips, which isn't going to be too bad. But I think it needs to break the high of the previous 15-minute for that to happen. Otherwise, yeah, I want to wait to see at least a 15-minute candle close in my direction. Yeah, I think it needs to break this high over here. Ideally, what I want to see is this 30-minute come down, do like a retest, and then come up, because then that's going to be, you know, better confirmation. But I don't think it's going to break this high if the impulse entry wouldn't work, if that makes sense. So if it breaks the previous high of the 15-minute, I think it should just continue. If it can't, then it's going to be good, because it's going to give us a chance to just have that retracement, and then we just wait for that support to form, and then we should be good to go. Okay, let's look at gold over here. Looking at gold. Oh, wow. So gold, 30-minute. 30-minute time frame. Yeah, it did close just above this area. It's already starting to push over here. So, yeah, it looks like we missed this move. But it's okay, because I'm waiting on GJ right now anyway. And I'd rather get into GJ than gold. Let's look at the 15-minute. 15-minute is coming up over here. So maybe at the 15 minutes coming up to break the high, could enter in an impulse entry. So we'll see. Morning, Charlie. Yeah, I don't really want it to, but if it does, then I'm gonna get in. Stop below the current 15-minute, which is gonna be around 7 pips. Just kind of expecting momentum to, you know, keep pushing, because these candles, you know, they're almost like retracement candles. So that's what we're looking at over here. Yeah, it needs to break that high, and I think we're going to be good at that point. Yeah, no wick at the top of the bearish candle was almost good, because it means that candle had no range. So if it breaks that high, then that's almost a good thing on our point. So as it's coming up, breaking the high over here, I just want to see it break it cleanly. Oh, it couldn't break it. Look, no entry there. It literally was on par and then starting to retrace. So yeah, still waiting. No entry yet. I want to see it really surpass this high. Because this is a much riskier entry style, but really expecting a continuation of volume. So we'll see what happens here. But obviously I'll be happy if this candle does a retracement, to be honest with you, because then I can just wait for that support. But if it does really come up and start breaking this high, then yeah, there's gonna be that first opportunity. But yeah, this is kind of good. It's kind of what I want to see anyway. Hope no one got FOMO over here. I really wanted to see it surpass the high to take a buy. So yeah, no buys yet. Let's check out Euro JPY. Oh, Euro JPY. I think the 30-minute candle did close above. Yeah, 30-minute candle. 30-minute candle closed above. So again, same sort of thing here on EJ. Maybe want to see yeah, check out GJ. No bottom wick on the 30-minute isn't a concern. I mean, yeah, it's a concern, but at the same time, we're looking at this. Look at the amount of bullish momentum, and you know, price can just run. And if it's trying to break highs on the smaller time frames and continue pushing in a given direction, and I feel that momentum, then yeah, okay. So got in a buy over here on GDP JPY, up over here. Hopefully expecting price to continue pushing up, keeping the stop loss below this area over here, this 15-minute consolidation. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But at worst way, I hope this 15-minute candle can just close bullish above this area, and then I think we're going to be good over here to continue pushing up. So yeah, going to buy. I am not really concerned at this point. I think it should have no business coming back to this area if it's already going to start breaking highs. So, ooh, nice. There we go. So yeah, I think we're going to be good to continue moving up, and I think we should have a winning Monday here. Would be really nice. So even if at this point, right, if the 15-minute candle, you know, just closes bullish, then we can still manage the trade at that point. But really expecting price to continue in our direction. I think it's going to be hopefully a good trade over here to start the week. So yeah, this is a little bit more of a riskier entry, but the stop loss is slightly smaller, which is good. Oh, wow, look at that retracement. So at this point anyway, you know, as long as the candle closes bullish, we're going to be good because candle's closing in that direction. Otherwise, you know, if it starts to come back down into this area over here, at that point, maybe start closing some partials. But I think we're going to be good over here. Just really kind of expecting momentum to push. That's the key, right? Momentum is the key, because momentum is what's going to keep price pushing in a given direction. So that momentum is felt. Oh, nice. There we go. Starting to see a push over here on GDP JPY. Again, buyers were called out. So what are we up now? I'm up around 5 pips with spread. So you see, at this point, if price comes kind of below my entry, or starts to do like a really big retracement, then gonna close 50%. Really manage that risk on a Monday. But now that we're starting to see price head in our direction, I think we're going to be fairly confident that it should continue in our direction. Hopefully we can get another winning trade here for the stream. Start the week. That'll be really, really good. Yeah, I think at this point it has no business coming back below this area. So as long as this 15-minute candle can close bullish, close above this, minor resistance, then I think we're going to be good over here. Yeah, I think we're going to be good. At least till 137, 100, 070. So let's wait and see. Might even tighten the stop loss up a bit. So now we're only like risking, 6 pips. So it's not really too bad. So yeah, tighten the stop loss up a bit. Candle has no wick to the bottom, so again, it does mean that price should continue pushing in a direction now. Okay, so as this candle's come back to my entry, I'm gonna close 50% of the position. Okay, close 50% of the position once price has come back to my entry now at this point, because, we don't really want to get stuck in a drawdown when we've just been up around, 6 pips. So right now, close 50%. So now my risk was originally, 200 or just a little bit less, and now it's going to be way less than that. Oh, I see. Look at this retracement. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea to reduce the risk. And then I think we just want to see this 15-minute candle close bullish. And then I think we're going to be good to continue up. Yeah, this is somewhat of a retracement. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I think it was a good idea to close 50%, as it's coming back down. Don't really want to be in a drawdown, but we've got 2 minutes left for this 15-minute candle to close. So let's wait for the candle to close, and then, yeah, we'll assess the situation from there. Because ideally, if this 15-minute candle can just close above this minor resistance, close bullish, then I think it's still going to be good to continue moving up. So we've got 1 lot left running. I closed 50% at just about break even. What is the ratio of your trades you take that impulse before candle closes and after candle close? So most of the times I wait for the candle to close, and then there's a few, I'd say less of the time, it's an impulsive trade. See, right now this impulse trade makes sense. The fact is, retracing, it is what it is. But we managed, I managed the risk. So as it was coming back, I knew, okay, I had no business coming into a drawdown, so I'm gonna definitely reduce the risk, you know. So that's what we did. And then I think as long as this 15-minute candle can close above this minor resistance, I think it's going to be good to still continue to push. Looking at the 30-minute, yeah, I think it's going to be good. It may just be the fact, you know, the next 15-minute candle is going to want to come up, fill the wick, and then continue to push. But I just want to see this 15-minute candle close bullish in the next 1 minute. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be getting stopped out. But I think if the 15-minute candle closed bullish, maybe add to the position. But we'll see. We will see. Because, you know, I closed 50% at break even. Well, I've done all that retracement and now wants to start going back into profit, hey. That's just the way it goes, I'm afraid. We can't win them all, but I mean, look, if you saw how much we went from being into profits into drawdown, that's where it can just really psychologically damage you, and you don't want that. You don't want that. So looking at the 15-minute candle is closing bullish. It's also closing with no wick to the bottom. It's closing above this minor resistance. So I do think at this point there's a very high chance price is going to continue moving up. So yeah. Oh wow. Oh damn it. What's going on over here with GJ, man? It's on some crack today. Jesus. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a re-entry right now. Tighten up this stop loss over here. Oh, damn it. What's going on? What is GJ doing? Yeah, I'm not going to add to this position right now. But it does look like it should continue moving up. I think it's just creating... This 15-minute candle is just creating like a bottom wick. And then I think it should be good to continue moving up. Anyway. I don't think it's got any business coming down to break this low. Because if it breaks the low of the previous 15-minute, you know, at that point, then we would need to wait for a full retracement back to 136. And a further support form, maybe on the higher time frame, like the 30-minute, to continue moving up. Because the current 30-minute, right, it's already pushed up quite a bit. It's got no bottom wick. So, yeah, it has no business coming back down to this area. But we always have room to still try and really minimize the risk. So, at this point, I just want to make sure we're continuing pushing. I think if we start coming maybe back below 136... Yeah, maybe 136. Yeah, we'll see. Let's hold fire for a minute. Let's do its thing. Just gotta let this 15-minute candle do its thing, and then yeah, hopefully should continue moving up. Let's check out gold over here while we wait. So, oh wow, look at this on gold, man. Gold close back in the range. 15-minute candle done a big retracement. Let's check out Euro JPY. Euro JPY looks like it's just trying to do like a retest of this area. So, I mean, buys would be up to you. So they'll be pretty big. So I think... oh no, that's not that big, is it? Because it's EJ. Okay, let's go back, head back over to GJ right now. Yeah. I got stopped out at break even. Yeah, I think it's maybe a good idea to go break even because it did kind of push up a fair bit, and then now it's coming back to our entry point. So yeah, I mean, I think if it comes back below, you know, just about, yeah. So I think at this point I'm gonna close a further 50% of the position. So I just close another 50% of the position right here, as you know, price is kind of just consolidating at our entry point, which we don't want to be stuck in any drawdown, right? So now I've just got a 0.5 lot running, and the overall loss so far has just been 15 pound. 15 pound, that is it. So the original risk on the table was 200 pound, and we have come out with a 15 pound loss so far. So let's see how the rest of the position goes, because even if it does run into profits, you know, we can still close the day in some profits. But I'm more concerned about not taking a, you know, like a big loss on a Monday, and, you know, really not rushing this trade, or really not getting that FOMO, and, you know, really holding positions just so we can see it goes in our direction, because, you know, I'd much rather wait for some extra confirmations and then maybe we can add to that position. But right now I've closed pretty much 75% of the position, so anything I make now is pretty much gonna put me into profit. It's not gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be a small profit, but it's gonna be profit for the day anyway. Oh, look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY is pushing over here now. So if you did enter in on the retest, I think it'll be good coming up to fill this range. So I'm liking the fact that, you know, it's a Monday, really managing the trade. Don't want to be in huge drawdowns. We just always want to make sure price is going in the direction that we anticipate it. That's the most important thing, because once price is already into profits, you can manage that situation. Okay, while it's in a drawdown, you're in panic mode, you're stressing out, you know, all these things are running through your mind. So I don't want that, and I'm sure you guys don't want that either. I have a break-even Euro AUD that whenever I get 9 pips, it hits my stop loss, and this happened within seconds and couldn't secure anything. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. I've been there. You just have to, yeah, you just have to try and secure, and if you can't, you can't. That's just how it goes. This is amazing trade control. Thank you. Can you slightly explain your lot size and how you managed it using which time frame chart? So obviously you can see here on the 15-minute. So over here, when the original entry was taken, I had a 2 lot. So let's write this out. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, Kel. So I'm not really sure why. We'll take a look after the stream anyway. So the original risk was a 2 lot position. Okay, let's work this out. So the stop originally was around, let's say, 8 pips. So roughly it's going to be around £180 risk. So that's what we're risking here, £180. Now, as price pushed into profits, came into profits, and then as it came back to my entry point, I closed 50% of this 1 lot, which is of the 2 lot, which is a 1 lot, at break even. But obviously I have commissions and stuff, so let's just say the loss was £10, right? With commission and spread, the loss was £10. So my original risk was 180, and at that point it was a minus £10 loss. Now, as price was coming into drawdown, it was coming around 50% of this candle. That was the point at which I closed. I closed another 50% of the position. So that was £5, right? With spread, commission, etc. As we can see, price is pushing in a direction. It just is what it is. So the overall loss was minus £15 for 75% of the position, which means that I have risked 180 to lose 15, and now see price pushing in my direction is obviously good, because now I'm in profit for the day, until obviously I can secure. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, so pretty much reduce the risk. So we now have a 0.5 running, so which is 25% of the position. And if I can secure at 10 pips, I make £50, right? So obviously 50 minus 15 is 35. I know it's not a lot for the day, but I'd rather make £35 than take a £180 loss in one day. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much how I manage the trade, how I manage the risk, the original risk, how the risk changed throughout the trade. So yeah, that's really important, man. Trust me, the risk management is really important. So we're back into profits. Look at the 30 minutes continuing up. Yeah, see, this is kind of everything I was expecting. It just had a bit of a delay effect, it seems. So yeah, so this is why we just want to make sure, because we never know when price may, come back, stop us out. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna hold this 25% and let's see where it goes. If it can continue pushing, we may have a really nice day here today. Oh, so look at Euro JPY doing a retracement. Check out gold. Okay, gold's coming up. Oh, wow, when gold breaks above this resistance, man, there is some... Wow. Yeah, man. See, look at GJ now. Last 5 minutes. And it's coming back to our entry point. So the 30-minute. Yeah, I think at this point, guys, I'm just going to close everything. Okay, let's just wait for this candle to close. It's only got 3 minutes, I suppose. Yeah, let's wait for this candle to close, and then we will assess it. Look at the 4 hour. What's the 4 hour trying to do? 4 hour is, still trying to close above this area here. So there is still a good chance that it can continue to push. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, maybe 1 hour wants to do some form of retest or something. 30-minute. Yeah. Yeah, let's just wait over here, because we don't know what's going to happen. It does look like this is the retracement on the 4 hour, but let's just wait for this candle to close. I think if it closes bearish, I'm just going to close everything. If it closes bullish, then I'll just hold position, expecting it to continue moving up. Is there any point you feel like taking profits at like 5-6 pips instead of 10? No, not really. It's just no point, because then at that point I'd have to win 2 times for every 1 loss, which I'd rather win 1 time for every 2 loss. So that's why I always just try and reduce my risk to like 5-6 pips, and then if I have 1 win at 10 pips, then it's a good day. Yeah, so I think at this point, guys, I'm going to close everything. I've closed the full position over here for a minus £30 loss. So the last position there, was closed out. So the overall risk was a 2 lot, and we've come out with a minus £30 loss. So how many pips is that? Man, that's like 2 pips. That's a 2 pip loss from my overall risk. So that is, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good day, and as you can see, I'm glad I closed this position up over here, because now it's coming back down. And so yeah, this is what I call a well managed trade. So at this point, right, we're just gonna wait, and we'll just wait for some extra confirmations. And yeah, there's still the opportunity for more push, but yeah, just some more waiting involved. Where's my trades called gone? Oh, it's over there. I want that visible. Yeah, see now, if we look at the 15-minute, look at this, man. It's coming right down. Would have hit us, coming down to hit our stop loss, which is just not good for anyone. So I think for the minute, we're going to stick to the 30-minute time frame, and we're just going to wait. Okay, so 30-minute candle did close bullish. It does have a wick to fill, but at the same time, I think there's a chance that it can continue back down to this area, maybe form some further support. But if it does just continue to push, yeah, it is what it is at that point. Let's look at Euro JPY. Yeah, Euro JPY closed weak bullish. So, ooh. Yeah, again, I think we're waiting for some form of support to form over here. Let's look at gold. Yeah, gold, there's no real trade over here unless we get us further support. Not looking at GCAD today. Yeah, if we look at GJ now on the 30-minute, it does look like it wants to continue to push, but yeah, I'm not in a rush to take a second trade right now. I think there's a little more waiting involved. Thank you. Can we get a recap on why we took this trade and the risk management? I mean, I think if you watch the recap, I think it's gonna, because you're seeing it in live time. You're seeing how the trade was managed in live time. I understand why you'd want that, but it just personally, I think you're gonna understand it better seeing it happen in real time. Because if you see how a trade is managed in real time, you'll know what kind of things you don't want to see happen, for basically you to wanna, what's the word? For you to want to reduce the risk. So if I just explain to you where, and it makes sense, you're gonna understand it. But if you see why, if you watch the recap and you watch why I reduced the risk and how it was happening in real time, you're gonna really see that a lot more. I think that anyway. But we'll see. Yeah, I just think you guys are going to benefit a lot more from seeing that happen in real time. Okay, so I think while we're waiting over here, I'm going to stick the music on. I'm just going to go make a drink. So yeah, I'm just going to go make a drink. And then I think there's a little bit more waiting involved. So at this point, I want to see a pullback, a further support formed at 136,800. And then I think at that point, it's going to be good for price to continue moving up. Because if we look at it now, yeah, I think there's a little bit more waiting involved right now. But yeah, if you guys took that trade, obviously don't be disappointed with the small loss. And I hope you really manage the trade as well. Because ultimately, if we took trades like that, risking, a fair bit of money, and we come out with a small loss, we can give trades a second chance, So it's gonna be a good idea. But yes, so right now, just more waiting involved, and yeah, I'm gonna go make a drink, guys. I'll be back. I'll see what's said in the comments anyway from my phone, but yeah, a bit more waiting involved over here. What's going on, everyone? I'm back. Okay, let's look at GJ on the 15-minute. Looks like that 15-minute kind of trying to create some form of support, but I'm still waiting for something much better on the higher time frames. Yeah, I think the best bet that we're gonna get here today, if I can get a second trade, I want to see a retracement back down to 136,800. See this kind of area respected as some of a like a support, and then a continuation pushing up. I think that's gonna be the best bet, because right now I don't want to be taking any more buys. Oh wow, look at gold, man. Gold's coming back in the range over here. I think if we start seeing a break below this support within the session, then gold could be the move, maybe. But we'll see. Okay, so Euro JPY is continuing pushing. Looks like it's filling this wick over here. It's going to continue pushing up. Looks like USD JPY. Broken below this support. It does have clean traffic to continue down, but the range is going to be pretty small. So we're not going to look at USD JPY. Euro JPY is continuing pushing. GJ. Yeah, there is a chance this 15-minute candle is going to continue and fill this range, but if it does, then it just, yeah, it is what it is. Can't do a lot about it. Yeah, so anyone who was in EJ buys should have caught a nice trade over there. Gold's coming back in the range. Yeah, it does look like maybe GJ is going to continue to push over here. But, I mean, look. So I took buys. The buys didn't play out. I mean, they did, in the sense that it looks like it's going to continue to, you know, where we expected price to go. But that's just kind of the name of the game, you know. Still think this is kind of messy now after what happened. I think it was good idea to, you know, really reduce that risk. But right now it is what it is. If it goes to our target. Yeah, it looks like GJ is going to continue to push over here. I think we were just, yeah, maybe a bit early, but it still made sense. I'd still take that same trade if it was tomorrow, so that's the most important thing over there. So I think at this point, guys, GJ is probably going to continue pushing up. If we look at, other JPY pairs, Euro JPY is bullish. USD JPY is bearish, but these two are pretty bullish. I think GJ is going to continue up. It's just one of those, it's important that we really manage the risk. So yeah, it just is what it is. Morning, Ryan. How's it going? I know it was early for you this morning, if I remember rightly. Yeah, so it does look like GJ is going to continue in the direction we wanted it to, but just couldn't. Yeah, I think it just, maybe because it was coming to the end of the 4 hour, it just got a little bit messy, and now it's starting to clear its way to its destination. But yeah, I hope everybody really managed this trade. If you got in those buys, maybe you didn't. So I think at this point, if we're going to be looking for buys, you know, like a second attempt, two things I want to see happen. The first thing is either a retracement back down to 136.800, a support formed, and then a continuation to retest the high, or if we can, you know, continue to push and GJ can form a support above this next level, then we have a clean candle to left hand side. So I think that's going to be a good idea for a further buy. But I mean, right now, yeah, there's no second entry right now. But listen guys, this is the most important thing about trading, is even though it wasn't a win and we took a loss, you know, you still have to remember that we did anticipate the correct direction, and you know, we did, or I anticipated you know, price to continue moving. So it just boils down to, it's a bit of yeah, I mean, look at this now, look, came right to our target area. We could add some nice buys here, but it just, yeah, it gets pretty difficult. Just not a lot we can do about it. Okay, so it looks like GJ did come up to our target area. I mean, we didn't catch it, so it is what it is. I think at this point now, we just need to wait for a support to be formed above this area. Would be good. 137, 100. Otherwise, some form of retracement and then a continuation. So maybe not going to get the same second entry here on the stream, you know, as we've only got about an hour left here, but we'll see. Okay, looks like gold closed above this area. Let's have a look what's going on the 15 minute. Looks like the 15-minute time frame on gold is trying to form a support, but at the same time, I think it'd be pretty difficult for buys. Oh wow, look at this push here on Euro JPY. think Euro JPY should continue moving up. Oh wow, is anybody in Euro JPY buys? And that would have been super nice. That gold is pushing up. Look at the 15 minute. Yeah, looks like the 15 minute created some form of liquidity wick to continue moving up over here. See, the 15 minute on gold is very much like the 15 minute on GJ, just very messy. Yeah, I think a support above 100 is going to be pretty good. Otherwise, a retracement is going to be good as well. But yeah, we'll see. Is there any news over here today? Any positive? Check out what news we got here. Let's look at if we have any. Okay, so we have this article here. Let's check this one out. Britain said the door was still open if the European Union wanted to make some small concessions to save Brexit trade talks. There would be a no-deal exit in 10 weeks. Yeah, so it looks like they may be trying to prepare for that no-deal. No-deal Brexit. Anything else? There's this one, but it was... Yeah, we'll see. We want to be careful with the old Brexit news. Oh, look at Euro JPY, man. It's continuing to push over here. Why do you trade between market openings? Wouldn't that normally mean there is less volume? No, that would necessarily mean there's another push of volume, right? Because you know, we have London Open push price up, and then, you know, as we have in now maybe pre-New York volume coming in, there'll be some more volume coming into the market. So as another session opens, you know, you got to think there's more institutions, there's different parts of the world starting to, you know, make those transactions and things like that. So yeah, I think that actually means there's going to be more overall volume, but we'll see. There's times where the volume starts to like die out, and then we get another push. So like right now, because we've had London Open, this is the London push, and then maybe we're going to see that retracement that we've been trying to wait for, and then pre-New York we're going to maybe have that another push or surge of volume as well. So Okay, we haven't had any charts here today. Has anybody got any charts they want to send? Anything like that? Yeah, so if anybody has any charts, any questions, feel free. So yeah, so I think at this point, what I'm going to be looking for on GJ is some further buys above 137 100, so this area here, and then as we've said, you know, with clean counter left hand side, so we can look to take that range, or at the same time like a retracement would be good and very ideal, you know, back to 136 800 850 area. And if we can get like some form of support from there, I think that's going to be a good idea to retest the high. But, you know, it could be one of those days. Could just be one of those days. Okay, so looking at gold. Gold is creating some support over here above 1910,500. But I think ideally the best buys on gold is going to be above 1912, 1913. Then we have a real clean range. And I think at that point, that should be the daily coming up. But like I say, we need to surpass the previous high. Looks like the 4-hour closed above this resistance as well. So I think gold should continue moving bullish. Yeah, gold looks super good to continue moving up. Okay, looks like gold's pushing over here. Once it breaks the high of the previous bearish 30-minute candle, it should continue moving up to this area. But I think ideally, if we can get a support above, back above 1913, 1912, 700, man, that is going to be some buying opportunity. So we're just waiting on that. GJ looks like it's doing a retracement, which is good. Yeah, I think the only way we're going to take a second trade here on the stream is if I can get some form of support formed on GJ. Otherwise, yeah, it just gets pretty difficult. Okay, let's check out the Dow while we're here. So looking at the Dow on the daily. Oh wow, yeah, it did that perfect wick. Well, nearly filled the wick. Look at the 4-hour. So 4-hour just broke above a resistance. But then we have this other area here at the same time. So let's look at the smaller time frames. Look at the 1-hour time frame. So looking on the 1 hour, it's creating a support. And then we have this resistance around this area here. So 30-minute, get more information. Yeah, it looks a little bit messy, but I think the gist here is US 30 needs to kind of break this resistance area to continue moving up. Ooh, so looks like gold come up to our area, starting to reject here. Still feel like gold should continue pushing further up. So GJ still got 9 minutes left to close. Euro JPY also doing a retracement. Gold, GCAD. GCAD looks exactly the same as GJ over here. Interesting. But yeah, that was a monster move on the pound this morning from London Open. Wow. Pretty good. Okay, nice to see GJ pulling down hard. Ideally we want a nice retracement, some support formed in this area, and then a continuation. Oh wow, GJ's pulling back hard right now. Okay, let's change this song. Sounds like something out Lord of the Rings or something. So yeah, pretty good right here. GJ's coming down. Again, we just want to wait for some form of support to form. I think we're not going to wait for... I think we're going to need to wait for some sort of 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, exactly, Ash. Just waiting for that support. Yeah, gold looks pretty hard today. Yeah, I would agree. Probably get a nice wick fill though, but yeah, it does look pretty difficult today. It is forming a nice support though above this area here, so I think there's a good chance it should continue moving up. Yeah, I think you're talking about this like minor resistance that's been formed. So yeah, I would agree. At the same time though, I'd say, you know, we have this. So if we look at this area, this whole area is a resistance, and I think what we're doing now is we're trying to generate some liquidity around this area to form like a support. And then I think, you know, price should continue pushing up. Now, once it breaks this level, you know, I need to make some form of high retracement and then a continuation. So if gold's going to do anything, that's what gold should do. That's what I'd like it to do anyway. But it needs to respect this area, 19, 10, 500. Oh my days. Wow, what's GJ doing today, man? It's just on some nutty stuff. So the 30-minute candle closed bearish, huge retracement candle, and then within 2 minutes of the next 30 minutes coming all the way back up. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah. GJ has not been kind today. But anyway, we're going to go for another like 20 minutes, 25 minutes over here, and then we're going to call it a stream. I think a small 2-pip loss for a Monday is, yeah, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Yeah, looks like gold did look good to kind of come up for this wick over here. I think when there's some more volume coming around pre-New York, gold's gonna, you know, do its thing. Yeah, this is gonna be the area which gold is gonna just hopefully fly. So looking at the FTSE over here, just taking my time with the FTSE. There's no rush, you know, it's a pretty hard pair to trade. So looking at the FTSE, you know, we created support on the daily time frame. Looking at the 4-hour. Looking at the 4-hour, we have a support down over here that was created. So that was from yesterday? Yeah, that's from before the weekend, sorry. Or was it last night? No, yeah, it'd have been before the weekend. And we also have a resistance up over here, which looks like price is kind of respecting right now. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. So looking on the 1-hour time frame, it looks like we tried to create some form of support at this area for price to continue moving up. It looks like this move is trying to get corrected, but it would need to break this next support for price to continue moving down. Yeah, this is where it gets pretty tough, the FTSE. Yeah, I think overall it's in this range right now. And then we just want to neaten this up for the 30-minute. Yeah, it gets pretty difficult. Yeah, the FTSE is just crazy hard to trade. But we're just looking for what confluences we can put together with the FTSE and the pound. That's what I'm trying to build towards. Yeah, today's been pretty tough, I have to admit, guys. The buys that I had earlier, they got pretty difficult. It was well managed. I know it went in our direction, but it did get pretty hard. There's our gold still pushing up over here. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it should come up through this wick over here. So did anybody catch the buys from the London Open? You know, down over here.
Trying to find you, it's feeling eternal. I don't wanna live like this. My life feels empty, you're what I miss.
Yeah, I was asleep at the time. Missed that move.
All alone, waiting for someone to make me feel at home. I've been craving for somebody, somebody to hold me.
Oh, nice. 18 pips. That's pretty good.
Trying hard to set myself away from you. Oh, moving on from what we had, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, all the emptiness is gone without you. Circles are outrun. Every single step I'm taking guides my way to the sun. I'm standing here on my own. Someone else than the man you used to know. I'm not craving for somebody, somebody to
Okay, let's look at the 15-minute here on GJ. 15-minute candle's coming to a close in 2 minutes. Is closing bullish, but I mean, ideally we want to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. And besides which, obviously the stream is coming to an end soon. So hopefully we'll get some more people coming on this week. There's only 50 of you today. I know there's quite a few other streams going on at this time, so I understand, but it'd be nice to still see the stream grow.
Everything that you've been dreaming of. Baby, I've been in LA for too long, and I still ain't found a place to call home. Ain't no fun in making it all alone. All this glamour at Grammy parties ain't the same. Had me wishing that I never got
What,
on
GCAD?
that plane. Now I'm stuck in
Yeah, well,
California, just trying to get to you.
crazy
I might
man.
drive back down to Georgia and wait there for you. I seen the fame, baby, they can have it. It ain't got nothing on you. Now I'm stuck in California with dreams that came true. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, I'm just trying to get to you. Took away my insecurities, replaced it with a bottle of Hennessy. Baby, I think that they all remember me. Mine ain't the same anymore. Sleeping on these hotel floors, thinking how could I have gotten this far? Ooh, all this glamour, Grammy parties ain't the same. Got me wishing that I never got on that plane. Now I'm stuck in California, just trying to get to you. I might drive back down to Georgia and wait there for you. Cause I seen the fame, baby, they can have it. It ain't got nothing on you. Now I'm stuck that came true. Ooh. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. It leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, just trying to get to you. California dreaming. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, I'm just trying to get to you.
Have you ever wondered why it's never less and never more? Even if you try, you seem to always get what you never really asked for. Have you ever wondered how we made it out of here before? Even if you try, you seem to always get what you never really asked for. Feel so lost in the dark, can't hide my highs and lows. I don't know where to go, but I gotta find the light in my heart. If we're this
It's the 15-minute candle on GJ closed bullish. Also closed with no wick to the bottom. Let's check out what gold's doing over here. Gold is still just slowly grinding its way up. Euro JPY doing a retracement. So I think if you're looking for buys on Euro JPY, a support formed is going to be good. GJ. Yeah. Yeah, don't trust this 15-minute. Want to see some form of 30-minute candle close bullish. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be a no second trade here while the stream's on. I mean, if I get it after the stream, then obviously I'll post it on my Instagram like I always do. But right now, oh, looks like USD JPY did continue moving down. Gold is struggling over here. Gold is seriously struggling. So I think looking back at the trade that was taken, you know, a couple of things to be said. I mean, I suppose a potential second entry could have been taken once the 15-minute candle closed back bullish, but I still think that was a little bit risky for what I would have liked. But it does make sense because at the end of the day, I suppose it created that level of support to, you know, to continue pushing up. At the same time, I think these bearish candles were just retracement candles as, you know, the 4 hours come into a close. So kind of once we had that support formed at this area again, I suppose that was the you know, the next catalyst to push price further up. But yeah, that's all I can really say looking back. Apart from that, I'm happy with the way that I managed the trade. Right now, I don't think there's any buys. There's no sells. So yeah, because we're gonna call it a stream here in a minute. So yeah, looks like a losing day on the stream here today. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, I hope people manage that trade as well. But if they didn't, it still would actually push into your profit anyway. But at least you wouldn't have got stopped out, I suppose, is the main thing. As long as the stop was below this area, you wouldn't have got stopped out, and at least it you know, kind of did continue in that direction. So yeah, so let's wait for this 30-minute candle to close on GJ, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, like 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a day over here. So I think for you guys there that you know, are looking to take trades the rest of the day, I think a good idea for you is going to be to take a trade within this area. or probably this area is going to be the best to take a sell. You know, maybe this area, but I still think these are your two zones that you want to be taking a trade. Ideally, you know, if a support is formed in this area, this channel, you know, this range is going to be good to come and fill. But yeah, at the same time, you know, you want to look for some further breakouts, etc. For me, I would have taken it when we broke the high of the 15-minute, and I could have got 10 pips. Over here. Or maybe where I took my original entry. So yeah. Okay guys, we're gonna call it a session there. The 30-minute candle's coming to a close. It's got like 2 minutes left to close. I think a good idea at this point is to call it a day. I'm gonna take the small loss that we incurred today, well I incurred today. I'll let you know if I take any more trades to finish the day. But yeah, right now I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'm gonna thank you all for coming. I'll see you tomorrow. We didn't have a bigger turnout as we did last week, but I think that's just because, you know, there's more people trying to stream and stuff, which yeah, they're entitled to do that. So yeah, so thanks guys for coming. I mean, I know it wasn't a winning day here today, but if you like the stream, if you like the way that I teach, and you know, you enjoyed the stream, then please drop a like. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock GMT. I'm considering maybe in a couple of weeks starting a little bit earlier, but not before 8. So maybe 8:30, but we'll see. Okay, thanks everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. And I hope you guys have a good trading day. And no over trading, you know, please don't overtrade. Don't ruin any of your hard work. Stay disciplined today. And trust me, oh yeah, gold's breaking up over here. So yeah, it looks like it was creating that support to continue pushing. I think a support above this area is going to be good. So something I'm going to look for, you know, for the rest of the day. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, thanks everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.